I'm a frog now. We don't question things. That's a weird way to enter a video, but anyway, how y'all doing today? My name is CoreCat13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and last time we left off, we beat Worlds 1 and 2, rather simply, but now things are about to step up a bit. So now we're in the water world. Yay. My favorite. But this is where the frog suit comes in handy. I do like the darker color scheme they actually gave this level. It's actually kind of nice. It gives it a very ambient atmosphere. Very cool. And actually, there's a little secret if you jump right up here. Swim over here, give that a nice bump, you get a fire flower. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it'll actually come in handy in the next stage. So actually, I'm kind of glad I got it. Also, another enemy's first debut. The Blooper Nanny. We actually passed her, but whatever. Or would it be Bloober Nanny? I don't know. Also, I got three of the same number. That's pretty cool. I wish that was the trigger for those freaking ships. Which, no, I'm not over the fact that I managed to trigger those ghost ships. Which, I think that's actually what I used to call those things. I used to call those things ghost ships. And now I'm killing fish. Because Mario wants some roast freaking salmon for supper. Man, look at that background. That background's so pretty. Well, I guess I can now just kind of give my opinion about Mario 3 while we're just kind of zipping through. I mean, it's like Super Mario Brothers. I can just zip through it pretty fast. I am not a fan of how Mario 3 looks in the original NES version. It looks so ugly. Like, I'm not kidding. I legitimately think Super Mario Brothers 3 looks so hideous. In the original NES version, it's just... I don't know, the palettes they use always were kind of confusing to me, and they just didn't really work. Which is one reason why I prefer the GBA and Super Nintendo versions, which, by the way, I'm playing the SNES version, in case you guys are wondering. Why you're not hearing Mario go, just what I needed. And why I'm not playing as Luigi right now, because, I mean, if it were the GBA version, I'd be playing as Luigi, but I already explained the reasons for that in the last episode, so, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. There were certain stages that just didn't look right in the original NES version. Like, in particular, there's a fortress in World 6 where the palettes are all wrong and just, ugh, it just looked ugly. Though it did lead to a pretty cool-looking one-up mushroom, which looked way more like a boo mushroom, and I'll be sure to point it out when we get there, but it's interesting. Like, I think, actually, a good chunk of World 6 just looks really bad. Though interestingly, World 3 looked pretty okay, and I think World 2 looked alright. Though I definitely prefer the graphical update for the Super Nintendo, so... Anyway. This one right here used to give me some hell, but here's the trick. Always go into the third door on the second set, after the dry bones, and you'll find it every time. Now you're about to see how pathetic Boom Boom really is. And that was Boom Boom. I hope you enjoyed him. Alright, card game's back. Should mention how to unlock that. The card game only unlocks if you achieve, I think, 80,000 points is the minimum number for that. I could be wrong, though. Anyway, let's go ahead and kill the Hammer Brothers, because this will be their first introduction. As you can tell, they behave pretty similarly to how they do in the original Super Mario Bros., and quite coincidentally, they also provide a hammer. And those assholes, by the way, are going to be the ones that you're going to be dealing with more often than the Boomerang Brothers. Boomerang Bros, I think you deal with more often in the front half of the game, whereas in the second half of the game, you deal far more with the Hammer Brothers and Fire Brothers. This is also the game that introduced the Sludge Brothers, which I think the Japanese version actually are just called the Fatso Brothers. Like, I forget, it was some synonym of fat. I don't know, it probably was in some English, I don't know. Yay, Lakitu, I did not miss you. You're dead now. At least he's easier to deal with this time around than he was last time. Though I know in the NES version, I always had problems with that stage. I guess by comparison, the Mario 2, my brain's basically just like, oh, this is nowhere near as bad. We just got another frog suit. I know exactly where to use that. And we also have a spare for World 7. Because there is actually an... I think one underwater stage in particular that is of interest, so... Yeah. Anyway, I wish I didn't lose my frog suit, because actually... it would have come in handy, because there actually is a secret in this stage. Just so you know. It actually comes past this particular checkpoint here, which, by the way, there are no checkpoints in Super Mario Bros. 3. You die, you get sent back to the world map, and that's that. I guess because the processor had to really focus on processing these levels. That was pathetic. That was really pathetic. I did not expect that. Alright, whatever. Alright, this time don't lose the fucking frog suit. Fucking Big Bertha fucker. Then I lost it to the jellyfish. Well, I guess I just wasn't meant to have a frog suit. Oh well. Thing's annoying anyway, so I'll just swim like normal. I'll swim like a human, fine. Though, that also means that I get a fire flower, which actually would be more advantageous in this stage. So now, I have a way to fight back. Yeah, you, die. Though I did find it kind of funny that I died going after the 1-up mushroom. Like, I was dying, trying to get an extra life. No, at least we got it back, so no harm, no foul. Unlike that fish there, that fish was very foul. I mean, did you smell its breath? It was terrible. Yeah, there actually is a technique to getting the stars every time. Unlike in Mario 2, in Mario 3, its roulette is a little bit easier to figure out. Because in Mario 3, if you get it with a running start, you will always get the star. And you'll get 5 extra lives no matter what. So, yeah, I mean, if you scramble any of them, you only get 1 extra life, but I honestly still think that's better than the alternative for Mario 2. Which, honestly, I think Mario 3, just in general, no matter what version of Mario 2 we're talking about, Mario 3 is just, like, it's just a better made game overall. Man, get out of here. Nobody wants your shit. Hey, by the way, I should mention that there are certain stages in the game that actually will award you with special items. World 1-4 was one of them. I didn't really talk about it because I was just talking about other things, like basically my backstories with Super Mario Bros. 3 and Cody and all that, but there are certain stages that will award you with special items and stuff. World 1-4 is an example of that. In that particular stage, if you get a certain number of coins, you get awarded with a P-Wing, which will give you infinite flight for one stage as long as you don't take a hit. In that stage we just beat, that would have awarded you with an anchor, which Anchors are pretty interesting items. They actually will hold down they'll hold down any airship, I think for at least one turn, like 1 or 2 turns. Which, to be honest, that's very useful, especially with like the World 3 airship, because that one can be a pain in the butt. Mostly with the associated Koopaling, which I still haven't mentioned the Koopalings. Yeah, this is their debut, alongside the airships and God knows how many other things. This is an enemy type I wish would come back. Let's see here. I should mention you cannot use your raccoon tail underwater, so just go ahead and grab Fire Flower, because fire will be much more useful to you in water. And here's another enemy that didn't really make a comeback until, I think, Super Mario Maker 2. Stretches. Kinda wish those things would come back. They're kind of funny looking. Well, maybe they came back. I don't remember. They either came back in Super Mario Maker 2, New Super Mario Bros. 2, or New Super Mario Bros. U. I don't recall. Yeah, well. I mean, I'm knowledgeable about the Mario series, but I can't say that I'm hyper knowledgeable about everything. And man, these Hammer Brothers are so much less a pain in the ass than the other ones. God, it just feels good killing those bastards with fire after all the hell they gave us back in Super Mario Brothers. Just finally giving a good shot of fire after they ruined my day. Man, I tell ya. Alright, watch out for that fish there, by the way. Kinda sad that I didn't hit him in the face. That would've been funny. Man, dude, get out of here. Alright, so... You know those stages that I mentioned you have to collect all the coins? This is one of them. This will award you with a P-Wing. I recommend you start stashing up on them, because they will be very, very useful. There, I killed the fish. I feel good about myself. And there I go again, just killing him, just without any effort. I mean, usually this asshole would be giving me all kinds of help, though. I mean, I really shouldn't say anything because he probably still could, but anyway. Yeah, a lot of people call that thing Big Bertha. That actually isn't Big Bertha. That's that asshole that was farting out the mini Cheep Cheeps. Instead, that thing is Boss Bass, whose only appearance is in this game, believe it or not. Yeah. Alright, now flip the switch, jump up here, hit this, get an extra life. Ah man, 3 more extra lives and we'll have my age. How about that? I always like getting one of each. That's just kind of neat. Oh wow, this is a rare occurrence, actually seeing both the blue mushroom house and the tarot cards appearing in the same place. Very interesting. Alright, let's see here. That's a shroom, that's a shroom. Let's see here. That's a flower, that's a star. Yeah, we'll get there. At least now we'll get a P-Wing. Ah, it's good having that thing in our inventory. I'm surprised that thing didn't really make any comeback, because in reality, it only really appeared one more time, and that was in New Super Mario Brother, or that was in Super Mario 3D Land. It's very bizarre, kind of very strange that they only appeared in that game, and they didn't function the same way. Which, to be fair, you couldn't fly in that game to begin with, so honestly, it's not really that big of a deal, but I still find it kind of strange that it didn't provide you with infinite flight. Yeah, well. I mean, to be fair, there's a There's a invulnerability Tanuki suit, or the white Tanuki suit as it's called, that will grant you complete invincibility for one stage. So it essentially fills the role of the P-Wing. Though believe it or not, if you die 8 times in a stage, I think it's 8 times. Nah, maybe it's 10 times, I don't remember. But if you die 8 or 10 times, the P-Wing will appear and take you directly to the end of the stage if you strike it. I think I've only used it like maybe 1 or 2 times, and that was basically whenever I was still trying to figure out Super Mario 3D Land. Although nowadays I could probably just breeze through the main campaign in like 4 hours or so. Anyway, that thing right there is a Dino Rhino. Yeah. I think you'll recognize him because his counterpart actually appeared in Paper Mario, the albino dino. That thing's first appearance actually was Super Mario World, so now we're getting some Mario World enemies. Which again makes sense. Mario World takes place on an island, and, you know, we're on an island right now, so I think it works. Now watch out for those fucking bullet bills, let me tell you. Now we bounce on that thing, and now we have burners. Jess, that's that thing's official name. I've since learned that thing's name is Burner, instead of Rocket Engine. I don't know when the name changed. I think it was originally Burner, but then its name got changed. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not completely an expert. Yeah, back in the day, this is one of those stages I used to use the P-Wing on. Also because of this bitch right here. She is actually pretty tough if you really stop to think about it because of those fucking rings she throws out. But, whatever, she's dead. And now I have a wand. And it's like the wand of Gamelon. Actually, no, not that. Although I actually did see a thing in my feed or whatever, because I still check the Google feed and stuff because it's customized to what I like. I saw that someone actually was making a game very similar in style to the Wand of Gamelon, but actually functional, so that's actually pretty cool. Peach, I don't think that's how that works. And now, we are in World 4, which, in my opinion, is actually a lot easier than World 3. So, honestly, if you want my opinion, this should have been World 4, or this should have been World 3, and World 3 should have been World 4. But I don't know. Let me bust open the way, and we'll have access to the Tanuki suit, which actually was Miyamoto's inclusion. And they were actually kind of going back and forth as to whether or not to exclude it in the American version, but Miyamoto basically was just like, nope, we're keeping this bitch in. You know what? I respect him for that. I really need to read up on like the legends of the Tanuki suit, because from what I understand, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, like the weird thoughts and legends and stuff of Japanese mythology. However, Journey to the West is not a Japanese myth. I often make that mistake. It's actually a Chinese myth, which Dragon Ball Z is actually strongly influenced by. Just replace the Monkey King from Earth with a Monkey King from outer space, and there you go. I always like the fact that Big Bertha here was just replaced by a Cheep Jeep. That to me is hilarious. That actually just makes a lot of sense. Also, this was before the invention of the Super Fire Piranhas. And now I'm invincible. I'm insane with anger, and this is another opportunity to get an anchor, but I don't care. Because it's actually kind of hard as hell to get the anchor here, because You do not get enough time on those P switches, let me tell you. Man, why am I itchy still? I mean, I'm not as itchy as I was before, but still. Anyway, that was a Sludge Brother. I hope you enjoyed him. Got another Karibo's Cloud. Very nice. Love the Fireflowers just dancing. Well, I found it kind of strange they used the model from Mario World instead of the one from Mario 3. Also, continuing the trend of getting mushrooms. Like, I have mushrooms! Mario's just so hungry for mushrooms. Yeah, man. Yeah, whatever. I'm gone. Y'all can just live your lives. I guess you can live. Man, get out of here, stupid Buzzy Beetle. Yeah, love this background too. So many great backgrounds in the remake of Mario 3. Like, you can definitely tell which one they preferred. Obviously, Super Mario Bros. 2. No, I'm joking. Mario 2 does have some very nice backgrounds, like in the All-Stars version. Like, it's legitimately beautiful. I just didn't get to really enjoy it because Mario 2 is a fucking hard game. And now I got an extra life. Hooray! Yeah, don't bother with that one. That one doesn't have a power-up in it. Now I pop out. Anyone ever wonder what the P and P meter stands for? Apparently it actually has a couple of meanings. I know it has one meaning in Japanese, but I think it technically means paratroopa. Yeah, so apparently that's what it means. It roughly is paratroopa. Sure, we'll go with that. Though I assume the P switches in, like, Mario 3 onwards just stand for press. Like, you push the switch, and that's what the P stands for. In Mario World, I imagine the P switches stand for, well, actually, there are no P switches. No P switches exist. The exclamation ones, though. Those, actually, I can imagine just mean, like... I don't know where I was going with that thought process. It apparently was not very important. Let's see, there's a 10 coin slot. Man, I suck at this one. Alright, whatever. Alright. Good. I do have Flow. Because I'm gonna need it. Because we got Lakitus! And he's dead now. I love this theme so much. It's actually one of my favorite underwater themes, believe it or not. Like in the Mario series, at least. I really do appreciate this theme. Oh, man. I just remember there was a big secret or whatever. Like, you could legitimately, like, from the entrance of the stage, just kind of fall backwards using just normal Mario, and you get a nice big reward. It's pretty cool. Also, 256. I always like saying 256 because it reminds me of Pac-Man. Because that's the maximum number of levels you can play before the infamous glitch shows up. And I'm continuing the trend of mushrooms. I guess I'm just doomed to have mushrooms, I guess. Alright. Bye-bye. What's in here? Another star. Glorious. I just wish it got added to my little roulette there. Because then, I would be much happier. Yeah, I'm going out of order a little bit, but whatever. Man. This world is so weird. Because everything is just so chunky. There's just so many chunky enemies in this particular world, and I love it. Oh, another death. The Koopa apparently decided it wanted to kiss me. It wanted a kiss from Mario. Yeah, well, there are female Koopas that do exist, so whatever. There's Kylie Koopa from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. There's Colorado's wife in Paper Mario, so there's that. Kylie Koopa. Oh no, Kylie Koopa is from Mario and Luigi. She comes for Partners in Time. Let's see here. Yeah, Kylie Koopa comes from Partners in Time and Dream Team. Koopiku is the one that comes from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. That's the one that I'm thinking of. And fuck you, Goomba. What do you mean I can't have a... Fine. Apparently the Goomba says I can't have a star. You know, let's get rid of these fucking mushrooms. We don't need them. We don't need that shit. I think a lot of this is more just me being careless, rather than just poor playing ability. I'll just stay in this world. Because if you hit this, you get a lovely leaf. And I would prefer having a leaf to just normal Mario. Alright, now let's go crazy. Take a dump upon the, take a dump upon the, take a dump upon the, take a dump upon the. Yeah, actually in the parallel world where all the normal enemies are, that actually would have an extra life for you, so... This is pretty cool. And the thing just kissed me in the face. Yeah, that's fun. Thank you. Thank you, that's what I needed. Also, say hi to Donkey. My friend Oscar, he says hello. Alright, this one should have another Tanuki suit for us, if memory serves correct. Yep, another Tanuki suit. Very cool. Now, we can't be wasting our Tanuki suits, because that would be stupid. Alright, now this stage. Yeah, I don't know why, I get flashbacks to like World 8-5, or World 8-2 from Super Mario Brothers. And believe it or not, Mario is so manly he can hold on to giant Koopa shells. He's very powerful. This is also the game that introduced the Bullseye Bills. Which, by the way, that's the name of those red bullet bills that you see sometimes. They're called Bullseye Bills. Bonsai, not to be confused with Bonsai Bills, which are a completely different beast altogether. They're basically giant-ass bullet bills. But, speaking of Tanuki suit, there's one right there. Look at me, I look like a little teddy bear. Even though I know I'm a raccoon dog. Thing. Person. Yeah, I still can't believe fucking PETA made that game. Super Tanuki 2D Land. Man, that's when you know that you're desperate. When you have to make fun of a fucking video game. About an Italian plumber that eats mushrooms and stuff. Aw, man. You really had to get rid of my Tanuki suit? That's rude. Yeah, well. Yeah, we got the P-Wing, that's all that matters. Alright. Man, apparently a Goomba owns this place. I mean, you see that fucking logo there? That's a Goomba. Apparently, Goombas can make money. Well, then again, and... Oh, well, I died. It's actually a pretty tough jump to make, so don't feel bad if you die there. Alrighty. We're actually running out of items. That's actually not good. Alright. I got the drive on. Did he just fall through the floor? Falling through the floor. Alright. Now this one you need a good run and jump. Yeah, that's another place where my asshole just clenches and just does not recede. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab this. We hit this, and it reveals a door, which leads us to Pipeland. Oh boy. That's not to be confused with the original name for World 7, which is the Pipe Maze. Although honestly, why didn't they just call it the Pipe Maze? I mean, everyone would know what that means. Though I do love the better integration of pipes and stuff, just love this kind of shit, it's just so cool. Just such a neat thing for an underground stage, just like those lovely little sewers. Bye-bye. Yeah, why aren't there more sewer levels in Mario games? I mean, you would think there would be, but there aren't, and that's very strange to me. I mean, Mario's supposed to be a plumber, so you would think that there would be more sewer levels, but I guess not. Alright, so if you climb there, you get an extra life. And man, look at that. We ain't done getting rewarded, because for our efforts, we had 3 more extra lives. Man, I tell ya, they're just spoiling us at this point. I guess they're trying to reward the exploratory gamer or whatever, but I think it more is just an apology for Mario 2. Like, I'm talking the Japanese version. It's just like, we're sorry. We know it was bullshit hard. Please don't hate us. Why is he DK Jr.? Also, who the hell even remembers DK Jr.? Like, I'm being serious. Like, DK Jr. is just one of those characters that just doesn't show up anywhere. Like, you get Donkey Kong, who's like DK the Third, if you want to be more accurate about it. But you don't see DK Jr. anymore. It's very peculiar. Anyway, we just keep bouncing. We exercise while we wait. And other things that I got from Impolo. Yeah, I was listening to their Mario World playthrough. It's a pretty damn good playthrough. I really wish they would have done more collaborative efforts. I think that would have been cool. Actually, I wish we would have become one of the Runaway guys. I think that would have been really neat. By the way, is anyone, like, whatever happened to Impolo 18? Like, he just kind of fell off the face of the earth for a while. Is it like a Super Skarmory situation where there's just like shenanigans that happen in their real life and they just couldn't make YouTube videos anymore? I don't know. But Impolo 18 was just very cool to listen to whenever he's with Nintendo Capri Sun. I just love the I'm just thinking of the intro of like their Mario World playthrough. They were just cheering because it's working, and then Tim just goes in the bathroom. Just a very classic NCS moment. I almost never can make that jump. You really do have to time it like really precisely, that way you could actually jump up there. But it is possible, I have done it. And not just on the GBA version, I'm talking this version too. Okay, maybe not necessarily this particular version, I'm just saying, like, the NES version and that kind of junk. Alright. Now we get Iggy Koopa, who originally was blue. I really wish they would have fixed that. Because they did not correct the palette inconsistencies, even though they totally could have. Yeah, well. Whee! Yep, another 2 worlds down. Sir, you really should be back in World 2. I don't know. Maybe, like, they traded, and now this is his place. I don't know. I will happily take that. Also, a little late to tell him about the sand dunes, because Well, I'm already out of World 2, and there's no way to turn around, so anyway. On that happy note, I bid thee adieu. Thank y'all for watching.